Hey, we're delving deeper into lesson number 24. In our teaching, we observe that if there's a city of God, Jerusalem, then there must be a beastly city, and that's Babylon. The city is like a mother, it produces offspring. Now, later in the Revelation, John will envision Babylon as seductress, followed by a picture of the bride of Christ. Looking forward to that. At this particular part of the narrative, though, Jerusalem stands for righteousness. It is the foundation upon which Christ stands, and Jerusalem's offspring are believers. Now, later in the Revelation, it'll be the city in which Christ dwells, Jerusalem. So he goes through this metamorphosis in Revelation. First, there's historic Jerusalem. We could call it the Old Jerusalem. And then up until 70 AD, it was the center of Jewish worship. It was the place where you could find the presence of God. But as the prophets also proclaimed, it could also be a place of corruption and infidelity. Then Jerusalem becomes symbolic reference to a persecuted church who is enduring suffering and injustice. And then there is heavenly Jerusalem that we'll read about in chapters 21 and 22, the ultimate dwelling place of God and his faithful, symbolizing eternal peace, perfection, and the kingdom consummated. Now, at this point in John's vision, he is comparing Jerusalem to Babylon. Now, Babylon is the place of all corrupt religious systems that are opposing the truth of God as revealed in the scripture. Its offspring are the enemies of God. As a city, it has its own morality, which can be best summed up as do as you want. Social injustice is rampant. Pride and corruption rule the day. And instead of a mixture of tradition forming a cohesive culture, there is tribal division. In Babylon, there is a willful arrogance to forget divine authority and just rely on your own strength. She promises much, but every enticement leads to slavery to the system. And just like you can't live into two cities at once, physically you're either in one or the other. John is telling us that you are either a child of Babylon or a child of Jerusalem. The question before each of us is simply this: in which city do you want to be a child of?